Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video and well, back with my chart haul video for May 2K24. A few records to show, the ones I liked most in the past 4 weeks or so. Some I've bought, some I've received as a promo, and well, 5 or 6 on show today. So let's start with this one you've seen already. Mishpoke 2 on the Hauch Records label, which came in like a while ago, and I've done an extensive unboxing on that. A various artists 12-inch compilation, Mishpoke 2 limited to a few hundred copies, which as usual on the Hauch Records label when it comes to this series is a little bit all over the place musically, so it's not like straight house or techno, but there's one like synth ambient track on there, there's one like IDM electronica cut on there, there is more electronica on there, there's a dub techno tune on there. So for those who are not necessarily only DJs but also home listeners, this is great stuff. Interesting artist on there as well, so I've done a whole review on that, I've done an unboxing on that, so the unboxing will be linked on the or in the end card of this video. Hauch Records, Mishpoke 2 limited edition, 12-inch release. Good stuff for those who listen to like more chill electronic music and all that. The next one is an interesting one, recently released with an OB strip, which I will not pull off that because, well, OB strips and stuff, and they're all fumbly. This is on the Studio Labor label, a double LP release featuring like a lot of artists. GmbH, an anthology of music for fashion shows, 2016 volume till 2023 volume 1. Very beautiful album here, which has the GmbH label or icon here as an embossed, I guess, Kufix symbol, I guess. And yeah, GmbH is a Berlin-based well, fashion company which sets up fashion shows and all that kind of stuff involved in this realm, and therefore well, they've put a lot of effort in the looks of this one, and they have had music involved in their fashion shows for ages, mostly from artists coming from the I would say Arab Oriental realm, which is also reflected in the entire track list. So we've got people here like probably the most prominent figure is Fatima Al-Qadiri, which you've seen on my channel as well, I guess, like a few years ago, which is I guess born in Kuwait, now based in New York, maybe, artist who's done a lot of conceptual work in the realm of like bass music with a lot of Arab influences and like polyrhythms, and also like conceptual releases, presenting her take on several genres, and also has done this one release as Aishai, where she sampled like male muezzins and like put that into a track which resembles more like minimal, wavy, synth ambient, cosmic, very unique track, and that kind of stuff. So she's done a lot of work in that regard. We got here Billy Baltiel, Labor, Gabba Modus Operandi, Nene H, Rip, a lot of people involved in here. And basically what this is musically is a journey through music they have done for used for fashion shows, which is also well influenced by Arab Oriental music, a lot of like non-linear polyrhythmic bass music in there, but also like elements of hardcore, elements of other stuff, deep listening music, some ambient, some techno references. They have like put extensive information here on each track, on the who's written it, who's been involved in there. Looks like this, the inside of this one, or the label, looks like this. In the inside of the gatefold, they have also an extensive timeline of which track was used for which fashion show in which year. So they started, I guess, in 2016, so that's why they have this seemingly weird random time span mentioned there. Very interesting stuff. I guess only a few hundred were made of that, 500 or so. Pretty expensive as well because, well, OB strips and special print and embossed cover and all that kind of stuff makes things more expensive. So I would say expect to spend probably $50 on that if you see this in a store somewhere. If it's like not Germany or in non-Germany, probably more expensive. But if you're liking, well, Muslim gauze and like Fatima Al-Qadiri or Dina Abdel Wahed on Infinite and all that kind of music from that realm, and have a thing for experimental electronic music in general and for bass music and all that kind of jazz, it's well worth it. But as I said, not the cheapest one you will find around, but it's a well worthwhile compilation and a great overview, even if you're not, like me, not coming from a fashion realm. This is pretty much interesting stuff. The next one is a reissue, which I love to bits. The Overlords Sundown on the Polish Mechanica label, once again, with an interesting note on there, which says, "Go get a tan." Beautiful cover. Artwork as well, and what this is a track that has been released originally back in 1991. The project, or the Overlords, come from Denmark, and I came to know the Overlords, like their music, once again via one of these like early techno tracks, CD compilation things released on Six Music or Six Records back in the day. And that was one of their tracks which I really loved back then. The music, like for 92 or 91, is very interesting because it is still influenced by that new beat, aggrepo, post-EBM sound in a way. But also is very dance floor friendly and has pretty much a lot of strings on there as well. And like some vocals at some point, so it could be described as kind of proto-trancey before the term trance was like really coined for a special kind of electronic dance music. But it like is hypnotic, it's beautiful, it's very panoramic in terms of sound, and I've heard a quote from a DJ. I read a bit of an interview back from, I guess, Mark Spoon maybe, or some of those guys from Frankfurt who said, like, as he played this for the first time, there were like 20 people coming up to the to the DJ booth asking about this record, because for the time it was totally different than a lot of other tracks out there, and like it sparked a lot of emotion in people. So this is like a kind of historic document, and it still holds up like 35 years or 34 years after its initial release. Still a good one, and I highly commend the Mechanica label for bringing all those great tracks and like stuff from my youth back. There's more to come. I ordered some more, so they have some like big surprises there. Well, I had some big surprises in store for me. Also more Overlord stuff, but this for another video. The next one is also a classic on the Italian Groovin label, which has also done a lot of great work in terms of bringing classic music back. And this is The Realm by Chantal, weirdly spelled with the C and then it's an apostrophe as well in English. So looks very weird. And I guess whoever has been involved in electronic music since 1989 has heard this, the vocals, which are probably one of the most sampled and most defining vocals in electronic music. Something for your mind, your body, and your soul. Rhythmical movements in unison with others, prolong and extent and sensation of the mind, or something like that. So she's basically more or less describing an orgasm here, and this is like house, proto house stuff, originally released I guess in 1989 if I'm not mistaken, and I have a lot of tracks where those vocals pop up, but never could find me an original. Wasn't looking for it like consciously, but then I saw this popping up in the distribution warehouse I work at, and there's also the a cappella on there, so it was a no-brainer to grab that because, well, I love the classics, I love the stuff that has influenced me, and this is a lot of things I'm working on right now in terms of my collection, like to fill in the blanks and fill in the classics I'm still missing. Not a classic, but a new one and an interesting one is this one. I think it's still not on Discogs yet. Jay-Z in the Mix, Ginsu Edits Volume 1. The catalog number is Ginsu 001, and this is an interesting one. Definitely, I think, a non-official one, and one of those weird American releases, I guess, that comes in. It's very heavy, so it's like more than 180 grams, I guess, and it comes in a variety of colors. So somewhere there must be a pressing plant where they have like those small vinyl things sitting around, and they throw in whatever color they feel like, and like deliver one record in a gazillion of colors. So it looks like this. This is a kind of greenish, darkish, marbled thing on there. The sticker had to be put on there because the track list originally printed on the label, which is this one, is incorrect. And I'm pretty sure this is pretty much unofficial or unofficial, because these are edits, like deep house edits, house edits of some well-known tracks. I cannot recall the original artist, but there's basically a lot of soul, a lot of funk lyrics and vocals in there on very like subtle deep house beats. So these are like for intimate, reddish kind of underground clubs for 200 people. Very beautiful, very deep, soulful tracks, and especially the A2 track, Sweet Summertime, spoke to me, because I think it has an echo of a guitar part of a Radiohead track that has been sampled also in another house record I own, which I still love to death, and which always has a very interesting effect on people, because I'm not a big Radiohead geek, because I don't know even the track that is sampled here, but this is one of the very most recognizable samples or like things they've ever put together, I guess, and I recognize this immediately. And in the track Sweet Summertime, it is used very, very subtly, so it was like, is this really a Radiohead sample? Is this not? But I love this. I love the idea of putting that kind of atmospheric bass drone thing Radiohead has done in a house track. So this is why I spent a little bit of cash and got me this. You might see this in many different colors maybe, and there are a lot of similar releases floating around these days which are not that official, but also come with that weird vinyl feel, and it's almost like plastic and you cannot bend it, so it's like maybe a non-virgin vinyl as well. But very interesting, and yeah, that's it. A few tracks, a few records for this month I liked, probably all over the place musically, but also in terms of recording. But I wanted to get this video out there because I don't know how my time schedule will be within the next week, so it could be busy. So Bass Junkie out for now, stop rambling, gone into editing mode, and well, I'm gonna see you in the next one. See you later.